Back to Wisconsin now, where a death threat inside the Wisconsin State House from one lawmaker to another. Tensions boiling over, way over, in fact, in Madison. A live look inside now. After the Assembly passed a budget that slashes union collective bargaining powers. Democratic Assemblyman Gordon Hintz exploding at a female conservative colleague, telling Republican Assemblywoman Michelle Litjens, quote, "You are dead," and dropping an F-bomb in the middle of all that. Representative Michelle Litjens is with me now out of Madison, and good morning to you. This happened a few days ago. What were the circumstances?
This actually happened before the final vote happened, after we voted to engross the bill. The Democrats stood up. They were all screaming and hollering and throwing a fit. And Representative Hintz walked back. I sit in the back row behind all of the Democrats. And he pointed directly at me and said, "You are effing dead." And
wow.
That was very unsettling.
You
hard to believe that would happen.
You described it as an unsettling? Were you intimidated, or how did you respond?
I didn't respond. I was completely taken off guard. I couldn't believe someone would say something like that. Did I feel like he was threatening my life? Not necessarily. But was I intimidated? You bet.
Yeah, do you know him well?
While this was... I do, actually, which makes it even worse. Our districts are next to each other. I've been a local volunteer for years, and we've always been on a good working terms. So this actually hurt on a personal level as well.
Yeah, I read where
while this was going on.
Yeah, I read where you said you were shaken up. Is that soft or is that accurate?
That's very accurate, because while this was happening, there were drums beating outside of the chamber doors. Protesters were screaming out in the hallway, so much so we could hear their chanting inside. There was just an ominous cloud around the room. I sat in my chair and I was shaking.
Have you spoken
most of the rest of the evening?
Have you spoken to him since?
He did. He had called me Monday to apologize after this made it out in the news. So it would have been nice if he could have called Friday or Saturday.
Is that good enough?
He did call.
Is that good enough for you?
You know, I have to forgive him as a person. At the same time, I made my leadership aware of this on Friday because I thought something needs to be done about this so it doesn't happen again in the future. This is unacceptable behavior in this, incredibly beautiful, honorable building that we're serving in right now.
And in that building, the country has watched, going on 3 weeks now, the constant back and forth that sometimes goes 24 hours a day. I mean, being from Wisconsin, what has this been like for you and the people of Madison going through this?
I'm a freshman. I've never been through this before. I've been told that this actually has never happened before in this building. People have the right to protest. They have the right to come down here and share, their opinions. But at the same time, we should feel free to have passionate debate about issues we disagree on without feeling threatened or intimidated. And I'll tell you, often walking through this building, we've needed police escorts, and I have felt seriously intimidated. And that's not acceptable. We should be able to talk civilly to one another, and that's what President Obama's been crying for some time. So I would hope that after this last incident on the floor that we can bring some civility back to the State Assembly.
Okay, and you and everyone else, stay safe, take care of each other up there in Wisconsin. Michelle Litjens, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.